Good morning, everyone. I'm City Councillor Paula Fletcher, and we're here this morning to announce a very good news story. Unfortunately, the mayor won't be joining us this morning because she is at the hospital because of a very tragic story that happened in our city today. And we're very sad and acknowledging that early this morning, a member of the Toronto Police Service was shot in the line of duty and has since been confirmed deceased. This is heartbreaking news for our city because our officers go to work every day, putting their lives at risk, going into harm's way, and today is a devastating sacrifice. Us, we are very, very sad about this, and our thoughts are with the officer's family, his loved ones, and of course all of his colleagues across the city who grieve this very profound loss for our city. We're grateful to all of those who serve and continue to stand with our communities to keep them safe. And here on the Danforth, we have a very special relationship with Toronto Police Service because all of the officers that are here for the festival simply love the taste of the Danforth and love to be here. So our hearts in Greektown, our hearts on the Danforth go out to the family and the Toronto Police Service and everyone who loved this man. Tony, thank you for hosting us here at Mazez. It's really fitting to be in this beautiful location on the Danforth and going to announce the return of the Greektown Taste of the Danforth. Tony, you're the chair of the BIA, and you champion the small businesses on this street that have long said, let's bring back the taste. The mayor asked me to announce that this summer, the Taste will be receiving $200,000 from the city. And of course, I'm not going to steal your thunder, Minister Cho. You can tell us how much you're going to be bringing to the festival. So I'll leave that to you. But it's so great to have the minister here this morning to announce funding and financing for the Taste of the Danforth, and that the city and the province are committed to assisting to bring back what is really one of the most beloved festivals in the city and in the province, which draws folks from all sides of the city, all sides of the 905, and even, I think, into the 705, if you look at all of the statistics that we have. The mayor also just asked me to say how much she loves the Taste of the Danforth, because it was Jack Layton and some of the Greek businesses that dreamed this up decades and decades ago. And they spent many, many hours visiting the vendors, eating the great food, having a glass of wine, and enjoying the fantastic music and activity on the Danforth when it's closed and everybody's out on the street. It's been 30 years, the Taste of the Danforth, one of the very, very first festivals in the city of Toronto. Hundreds of thousands of Torontonians of 416, 905, and 705 come here to the Danforth for food, music, and a kind of joy that you'll only find in Toronto and on the Danforth. It is the largest food festival in the city of Toronto, and it is Toronto at its best. And this summer, it will be back. Chance to see old friends, to see everyone who you see, vendors, eat your favorite food, shop in your favorite places. And it is a very exciting moment that we're here to say that we're working together, the city and the province, and when we do that, we can make wonderful things happen. And it's my pleasure to introduce Effie Triantafopoulos, who was first elected in Burlington in 2018 and re-elected till now. And I walk twice a year with Effie when we have all of our Greek parades on the Danforth. There's 2 of them. And it's always a joy to be with her. Following the 2025 election, she was appointed Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Gaming, Minister Cho, who's here with us today. She's also Deputy Speaker. We share that same position, Effie, Deputy Speaker of the Legislature and Deputy Speaker of Council. And it brings me great pleasure to ask you to step forward and give remarks this morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for those kind words, Councillor Fletcher. It is truly a privilege to be here today at the Taste of the Danforth to celebrate one of the most vibrant and iconic festivals in our province and Canada. And it's wonderful to join Councillor Paula Fletcher, Tony Pethakis, President of the Greek Town on the Danforth BIA, MPP Aris Babikian, the President of the Greek Community, Betty Skoutakis, my friend and colleague, Stan Cho, Minister of Tourism, Culture and Gaming, all here today for this exciting announcement. Now, as someone of Hellenic heritage who grew up in this neighborhood, being on the Danforth is like returning to my roots. It is the heart of Greek-Canadian life in Toronto and a place where generations have preserved tradition, built community, and shared their culture and cuisine with others. We have a lot to be proud of as members of Ontario's Greek community. Since the 1800s, Greek entrepreneurs have helped build Toronto's reputation as one of the world's great multicultural business centers. And earlier this year, we celebrated our deep community connections with the unveiling of a historical plaque at St. George's Greek Orthodox Church, the oldest Greek Orthodox church in Canada. And we all share in Hellenic Canadian business success through increased tourism, investment, and commercial activity for decades. I want to congratulate you on bringing back Taste of the Danforth and invite visitors to come experience all that the Taste of the Danforth has to offer from August the 7th to 9th. The culture, the music, the people, and of course the food. Kaliorexi, kalokefi, and opa opa. Thank you.
But we're not going to break a plate today, are we? No, Tony would be very upset if we did that here at Mizez. Thank you, Effie. And I look so forward to being again with you on the Danforth in August. It really is great, as I said before, that the city and the province are joining together to ensure the success of this well-loved festival. And I'm so happy to be able to introduce today Stan Cho, Minister Stan Cho of Tourism, Culture and Gaming, and the MPP for Willowdale. Minister Cho has served on the Treasury Board. He's been the Minister of Transportation, the Minister of Long-Term Care, and he was named in June 2024 for the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Gaming. I happen to know Minister Cho through another lens, which is film and television, which he does a very great job, and it's so wonderful to have him here today. He was born in Rexdale. We welcome you to the Danforth, and he holds the distinction of being the first Korean-born person, first person of Korean-born descent to serve in the Ontario Legislature. And it's really wonderful that you could take time out of your busy schedule to announce your support. I said I wasn't going to say how much it is. That's going to be what I'm leaving to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is Minister Stan Cho.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you very much, Councillor. It's great to be here on the Danforth.
Happy to have you here.
I'm very happy to have us here, and I'm very happy to be here. But, of course, Councillor Fletcher, I appreciate that you brought up the very sad news that we have to start this announcement with. Our hearts' condolences go out to the family of the fallen officer this morning, as well as the entire TPS and police all around our province that keep us safe. It just shows the sacrifice they make day in and day out in the line of duty. Councillor, you mentioned that I was born in Etobicoke, but it doesn't matter where you were born. The Taste of the Danforth is something very special, and I'm honored to be joined here with two of my colleagues in MPP Babikian. Scarborough is going to come out to the Taste of the Danforth, and of course, the Parliamentary Assistant to the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Gaming. They're coming out from Burlington as well to the Taste of the Danforth. This is a special place, right? It is home to the largest Greek town in North America, and the Taste of the Danforth is the largest Greek festival in North America as well. And that's something that we're very proud of here. Over 100,000 people of Greek descent call Ontario home. And I want to thank Tony for hosting this announcement here, because I know how important the Taste of the Danforth is to Tony, but if you haven't eaten at this restaurant, at Mez's, you must. Their spanakopita, their souvlaki, their calamari, all top-notch. It is delicious. And that's the story of the entire Danforth, up and down. You get some of the best food, Greek food, you can get anywhere in the world. And I put that right up there with what you can get in Greece. But the reason this place is also so special is that it's not just Greek food you're going to get at the largest Greek festival. Where's my buddy? My buddy back there, it's Jasper Singh. I grew up with that guy since I was 8 years old. I remember the first taste of the Danforth. Not only did I come down here and enjoy, I worked the line at his restaurant right on the Danforth at Sherry Punjab. And in between shifts, of course, I would walk down and have all of that great food, souvlaki and everything else. But you can't miss this festival, because as well as having some of the best Greek food on the planet, you're going to be getting some of the best food, period. And I think that speaks to how special this place is, how special this city is. This city, you can get the best of any food, up and down. This one will showcase, of course, mostly Greek food, but there will be others on display. And we know in August, it's going to sizzle, kind of like the weather right now. It's really warm in here. But August 7th to 9th, we'll be back from the Taste of the Danforth after a 3-year hiatus. We know that the small businesses here suffered having that gone, but we also know that tourists and people of this city suffered. I mean, it's a big economic driver. Tourism spending around the Taste of the Danforth generated $91 million in 2023, and we expect it to break all of those records this year. And that's why, Councillor Fletcher, we appreciate your announcement of support from the City of Toronto of $200,000 for Taste of the Danforth 2026. The province will be matching that investment with $200,000 for this year. I want to thank the Premier for this. He was the one who a few months ago called me and said, buddy, we got to bring back the Taste of the Danforth. And we are here today thanks to that solemn desire from the Premier back then. So great day. We'll see you on August 7th. Can't wait. Afaristo. Opa.
Thank you so much for your words today, Minister Cho, and for your announcements. So both the city and the province are committed to this, restoring this great festival with $200,000 each into the pot, and then of course all of the private donations that will come after that from all of the businesses and corporations that love this festival. You mentioned, Minister, that we're here at Mez's in this beautiful restaurant, and we're also here in Mez's where Tony Pathakis is the chair of the Greektown BIA. We have all the Greektown BIA members here, and we'll call them up later when we have a group photograph. But right now, I just want to introduce you, Tony. You're here as part of the Greektown on the Danforth BIA. You are the co-owner and operator of this beautiful restaurant, which is always full every day, and this great patio, which is well loved. And you serve authentic, beautiful Greek food here on the Danforth. So we really thank you for your work, for the Greektown BIA, for BIAs in general, because the BIAs are the heartbeat of our small business districts. Tony, would you like to come up and say a few words about this great announcement today from the province and the City of Toronto?
Thank you, Councillor Fletcher and Minister Cho. I also want to begin by, this is a challenging day for us. We love this city so much, and we collectively are sending out our thoughts and prayers to the police officers' families. The police have always been there for us, both at the festival and throughout the year in Greektown on the Danforth. We consider them part of our Greektown family. It's because we love this city so much that we're looking forward to welcoming back everyone to the Taste of the Danforth this summer. But let me start first by saying how grateful we are to the Province of Ontario, Premier Doug Ford, Minister Stan Cho, Effi for their generous support, your relentless boostering. It truly means the world to our Greektown community to have the support to bring this festival back. But a huge, huge thank you to Mayor Olivia Chow Councillor Paula Fletcher, a true advocate for Greektown and the City of Toronto. Neighborhoods are what help make Toronto great, and our passion for our city and our commitment to our amazing neighborhoods make the return of Taste of the Danforth possible. Let me say this to all the leaders standing behind me. You all have great taste. As many of you know, our local businesses, our residences, and our community partners are the heart of this festival. Their energy, their support, and their love for this neighborhood are what make Taste of the Danforth so special. Here's the bottom line. People really miss the festival, people are what brought it back, and the people are what make it great. I'm so excited to tell you that the planning is happening right now for August 7th, 8th, and 9th. And folks, we're on rain or shine no matter what, because we can't wait to welcome back for the weekend filled with incredible music, amazing food, lots of fun. This is one of Toronto's favorite summer traditions, and we can't wait to welcome everybody back. We're also working very closely with Councillor Fletcher, city staff, Toronto Police Services, and our local businesses to make sure that we have a strong safety plan in place so everyone can enjoy themselves comfortably and safely. We'll be sharing more updates as we get closer, but for now, let me just say, we can't wait to welcome Toronto, Canada, and beyond back to the Taste of the Danforth, our Greektown, for an amazing and unforgettable outdoor celebration. We'd like everyone to come for the food and obviously stay for the fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tony. And there's somebody else here. That's John Carew from the Toronto Association of Business Improvement Areas. And they have a festivals plan, a festivals program. They've supported the Taste. They've supported this coming back. And John, just a few words about how you're going to assist in the Taste of the Danforth 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Just a few words. I've hung around politicians long enough never to miss an opportunity at the mic. Thank you. I absolutely appreciate this opportunity. And I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge also the tragedy that took place overnight. TABIA, Toronto Association of BIAs, 86 BIAs in the City of Toronto, some 90,000 small businesses and property owners. We absolutely support the TPS, and our condolences to not only the family of the officer, but also to the Toronto Police Service as a whole. That said, Taste of the Danforth. I happen to be here, and you can tell from my white hair, in 1993, when 4 restaurants took the opportunity on the weekend to put out barbecues during a time when they were struggling to try to up their sales, etc. And since 1993, with the exception of a few misses, we are in fact going to be celebrating the 30th anniversary. Cities BIAs, not only Greektown, are reflective of the ethnic diversity of this city. We do collectively over 160 events and festivals across the city, and the support from City Council and the province are unmatched. This is brilliant. One of the things that we've had to do as an association is we are creating the new Toronto Festivals Association. There are challenges out there. We've got effectively hundreds of festivals that take place, not only in BIAs, that need support and recognition. And to that end, the Toronto Festival Association is going to be out there leading for the support and helping through the costs and the challenges that are out there. So to the Taste, to all the festivals, I know we're all preoccupied with FIFA over the next few days, but there is that rest of the summer. There is Toronto after July 2nd, the last game that's played here, or after July 16th for the final. We've got the rest of the summer. And this and many of the other events that are going to take place out there are the iconic things that make Toronto and its slogan, diversity is our strength, and that's true in all the neighborhoods and the festivals that take place. So congratulations to the Taste for coming back. Congratulations to the City of Toronto for supporting it. And Minister Cho, thank you, and Doug, for your support as well.
Thank you, John. There may be other festivals after July 2nd, but there's really one festival that we are talking about today from August 7th to 9th, and that is the Taste of the Danforth 2026 30th anniversary. We will now have Q&A. The mayor is not here, so any city questions, I'm sorry, I'm not able to answer those on her behalf, but the minister is here. Okay. Thank you.
Now we want questions from the media. Media can line up behind you. Please be careful as we are limited on space. As a friendly reminder, before my following question or follow-up, state your name and media outlets when appearing at the mic. Thank you.
Hi, Richard Sutherland, 680 Radio for Minister Cho. I understand 200,000 is a relatively small amount in relation to the Ontario budget, but is it not the businesses in this area that reap most of the financial benefit from the festival? Why are they and the BIA not paying, and why are taxpayers on the hook? What's the return to taxpayers here, Minister?
Well, good morning, Richard. Nice to see you. Look, festivals and events throughout the city are big economic drivers. And it's not just about the money that they generate. I mentioned that the Taste of the Danforth in 2023 generated over $91 million in tourism spending. But what a vibe, right? The reason our province is so special, and it's fitting that we're welcoming in the world for the World Cup. The world is coming here, but in many ways, the world is already here. Right? My family's from South Korea. I mean, MPP Babikian is of Armenian descent. Efi Triantafilopoulos, obviously of Greek descent. That's a story of this city, and we should celebrate that. We should show that off. It's a great source of pride, along with the economic development that comes along with it. That's why the Premier felt it important to say, we're bringing this back. And with the city, that's an investment of $400,000 that we know will generate about $100 million in tourism spend and be great for the small businesses up and down the city. That, of course, means more spending, more revenue through taxes collected, but most importantly, bringing back an iconic Taste of the Danforth that I got to celebrate since I was a teenager here. We're really pumped about that.
The BIA can't cover 200,000, Minister, and what about ongoing funding? This is a one-time thing. What about next year? Yeah, we're going to look at that, Richard. The reality is when you're absent for an iconic, event like this for 3 years, the Premier said that that's unacceptable. We had to bring this thing back. I know he knows the importance of the Taste of the Danforth, not just for the people of the city, but for the small businesses that line this iconic 1.6 kilometer stretch here in Toronto. We're going to look at funding. We'll take a look at how this does. We, of course, expect all festivals to be financially sustainable on their own, but 3 years is too long of an absence for something like this. We're back, baby.
Ali Chiasson, CBC Toronto. Picking up sort of on that last question, with this cash injection, we've been talking about how we'll now be able to put on Taste of the Danforth for this year. Thinking ahead to future Taste of the Danforth, perhaps we can hear from the BIA about the sustainability of it and maybe changes that they're doing operationally to overcome the financial constraints that got us here where we had the hiatus in the first place.
Yeah, sure. Tony, if you'd like to speak to it, you can. I just think, Ali, thanks for that. This is more than just about the money. It is about bringing back the iconic festival. So we're going to look at the numbers afterwards. But as I said, we always watch the public purse very carefully. Experience Ontario is an example of a fund that provides $20 million for 400 festivals we'll be funding throughout this year in every corner of this giant province that we get to call home. So whether you're in Thunder Bay, Windsor, Ottawa, or right here in Toronto, you will reap the benefits of those investments from government. Because as I said earlier, we know it's not just about the economic development that it spurs. It increases tourism. People will travel to go see the Cranberry Festival in Bala, or the Tall Ships Parade, or the Carousel of Food out in Windsor, or the Ottawa Blues Fest in Ottawa. There's so much this province has to offer. The Taste of the Danforth is one of those things. And of course, we will watch the numbers carefully and make sure that it is a reasonable return for the taxpayers.
Maybe just to add to, give us an insight on the financial situation, just thinking about how tough the economic times have been so far. How is the BIA going forward, the health of it? What have they done to adjust to make sure that they can put on further festivals?
So obviously, as Minister Cho has said, it's been missing for a couple of years, and part of the big planning and bringing it back this year is how do you make this a long-term, sustainable, fiscally responsible return of Taste of the Danforth. I, for one, want to see it around for another 30 years. In order to make that happen, We also understand that small businesses are facing rising food costs and fixed costs as those challenges exist, and the support of the City of Toronto and Minister Cho's help to get it off the ground for the first year. There is a strategic plan in place that we have fiscal responsibility both to our member small businesses of Greektown and a responsibility to Minister Cho and the City of Toronto to make sure that we are fiscally spending that money responsibly.
If I can. Both the city and the province have special festival budgets, and this is where these dollars are coming from. As you've mentioned, Minister, from your large budget, and the city has its $4 million festival budget this year that the mayor put in the 2026 budget. So these aren't special dollars that we're pulling out of the air, but they're dedicated to this festival. We're having this today because there's been so many people ask for the Taste to come back, and we think this is a really good news story, province and city working together to bring back a well-beloved festival. Where you worked as a teenager, where Tony probably worked as a teenager, it's in a lot of memories, and we're very happy today to make that announcement together here.
Alan Carter from City News. Probably to the councillor, the Due West Fest this last weekend, we saw a bunch of problems with thefts. We saw the police close it down early. Are you concerned about this festival, and how do we ensure there's not a repeat of what we saw on the weekend?
Thank you very much. Yes, that was unfortunate, and we will be taking our cues, I believe, from that festival, and I know Howard, who's working on this, and the BIA. That can't happen. That was one-off. That can't happen at any more festivals. Toronto is a city of festivals. We love them, but you can't trash the place. You can't have a mess. You can't have the police having to be called in over and over again. So we will have a very good plan for Greektown Taste of the Danforth 2026. I can assure you, all eyes are on it.
If I can, Councillor. Rest assured that incident has resonated across all the events and festivals across the city. Tabia and the Toronto, the newly formed or being established Festival Association are working very closely with the Toronto Police Service. We're looking for guidance and insights that we'll share with all the event organizers that are coming up in the next few weeks, months, and ongoing, to be perfectly honest, to how to mitigate, identify, and deal with those situations. Hopefully it is a one-off, but we'll provide the best guidance and support we can.
Good morning, Mark McAllister, a double dose of City News for you this morning. This one directed at the Minister. As a member of Cabinet, this morning we now know that Angus Reid has the latest poll offering Premier Ford's lowest approval rating since first being elected at 21%. Is this a reflection of the Ford government as a whole? Why do you think this is?
Good morning, Mark. I'm going to paraphrase the Premier. The only poll that counts is the one on Election Day, and today is about making sure that we restore the taste of the Danforth. We're not paying attention to anything about polling. What we are paying attention to is what people have told us, and that's what, hey, 3 years without the taste of the Danforth sucks. Look, I said my buddies here, Jasper, the Sings are an incredible Canadian story, right? I mean, Tony, you have that story too. You told me it over dinner here. The Sings came to this country with nothing. And through a lifetime of hard work, his son, who took over the business, is now looking at the third generation of Taste in the Danforth. I know his kids will be working the Taste, and they're about the same age when he and I started working the Taste. That's what this is about. It's celebrating the Canadian story, that these small businesses came here from all over the world and worked their backs off to support their kids and give the next generation a better opportunity. We're celebrating that. We're celebrating that diversity from all over the place coming here to have that type of success. In many ways, the Taste of the Danforth is a celebration of the Canadian dream. So that's what we're paying attention to, and I'll see you on August 7th, 8th, and 9th. Come by Sherry Punjab. I'll be working the booth probably Friday and Sunday night, helping setting up and tear down. And Mark, I'll get you a free samosa.
Thank you very much.
This will be the last question.
Bill Fatsis for GrecaTV. Hospitality has been an ancient-long gift to humanity by Greeks, so it's nice to host you here in Greektown. My question is both to you, Minister, and good to see you again, and Councillor Fletcher. I understand the process of applying for funding had been in the past almost automatic. But I know Tony this time and his great team went through a lot of struggle to convince the city and the province for this funding. Do you intend, and I understand the application process will be followed every year, but it was almost automatic renewal of this funding. Is it going to be earmarked, or they have to struggle every time for funding from the province and the city? Thank you.
Neil Yasu, Bosi say, nice to see you again, my friend. Next time we have a ouzo in this restaurant, if that's okay with you. It's a fair question. Yeah, maybe after the presser if you want. It is hot, but look, the Experience Ontario program is an application-based program. So when you look at those 400 festivals that the program will be funding, they have to apply. It's an objective scoring process done through the ministry, and they're graded. Now, it is a competitive program, of course, and it is based on merit, but the Taste of the Danforth is one of those marquee events of the year that we know is special. I mean, 1 million visitors over 3 days is larger than your average festival and is a larger economic driver than many of your festivals out there. Not to say that it's more important than another one, but the sheer dollars of it makes sense as an investment from the province's standpoint. Now, in this particular case, after an absence of 3 years, it's not just the politicians we heard from about bringing it back. It is mainly the small businesses like the one we're standing in today and my friend's restaurant, as I mentioned, that were calling their local members, whether it was Councillor Fletcher, whether it was MPP Tranthopoulos or MPP Babikian or myself. We heard all across the city that we wanted the Taste of the Danforth back. And that phone call the Premier gave me a couple of months back was very clear. He said, buddy, we have to bring back the Taste of the Danforth. And that's, of course, when we initiated calls with the city, who's been an amazing partner in investing in this important festival. And that's sort of been the genesis of bringing this Taste of the Danforth 2026 back. In the future, let's have these conversations. I'll have that with you on August 10th. Tony, we can chat about that and see where we go from here. But, we're not going to take another break from the Taste of the Danforth. This thing has to be here every single year. And I look forward to celebrating another 100 years of the Taste of the Danforth with you. Ευχαριστώ.
Τόνι, μεγάλη μέρα για το Taste of the Danforth, για την ελληνική παροικία. Πώς αισθάνεσαι για πρώτη φορά ύστερα από πολλά χρόνια?
Περήφανος, excited. Είμαστε μια ομάδα που επιτέλους το φέραμε πίσω and we're so excited to welcome everybody back to our Taste of the Danforth.
Είσαι αισιόδοξος ότι θα είναι πολύ πιο εύκολα τα πράγματα ή θα πρέπει να αγωνιάς και να παιδεύεσαι τόσο πολύ όπως έκανα και στην ερώτηση του Υπουργού? Πιστεύεις ότι αυτή τη φορά θα είναι πολύ πιο εύκολα τα πράγματα?
Θα είναι πάρα πολύ πιο εύκολα. Υπάρχει τώρα μια good communication, excellent plan in place. We just need to execute this plan, fix whatever challenges we may have, and we're promised by both levels, city and the province, that moving forward, the runway should be a clear path. So Taste has the support for years to come.
Θέλω να σε ευχαριστήσω for the kind of leadership you have proven to be and provide not only this endeavor γενικά για το καλό του ελληνισμού στην Danforth και σαν επιχειρηματίας και σαν άτομο, και ξέρεις πολύ καλά ότι η GrecaTV θα είναι πάντα στο πλευρό σας.
Thank you. It's because of great leaders in the past that gave us a runway for us to do better today. So we appreciate all the hard work and effort as well. Thank you.
GrecaTV is the television of the Greek diaspora, a place where news, music, interviews, and cultural shows keep our Hellenic spirit alive across Canada and the world.
Founded by Bill Fatsis, a retired justice, politician, and community journalist, GrecaTV is his lifelong dream to preserve Greek language, faith, and heritage for future generations. And it's completely free, anytime, anywhere.
Bill invites you all to join him. Watch GrecaTV, celebrate your culture, and support his vision by watching and advertising with GrecaTV. Together, we keep our heritage strong.